put this into the court coming up tomorrow, Monday, probably Monday. Real quick, Calvin, because I got you. You're one of my witnesses, and I got you on the line right here. When we were in the job with Michael Rogers and we were in the job with Kenyatta Jordan, after Kenyatta Jordan got stabbed to death by his wife, Yvonne Sims, what was it that Michael Rogers was saying about Yvonne Sims that you remember again?
Michael was saying that he told Kenyatta he shouldn't have married her in the first place, that she has stabbed her first husband, and that he needed to get away from her and all that stuff, and she was a bad person, and so on and so forth.
So if they were doing something to that woman, would you say that Michael was helping Kenyatta do it to that woman?
Well, they were friends, and and yes, I would say that.
Very good. They were good friends, weren't they?
Yes, they were good friends.
Mike shouldn't have been attacking me like he was up on that job, and they shouldn't have been doing that like they was, I don't think, to you or me or any one of us, Calvin.
Right. I agree.
I want to say something to you. I want to say something. I want to say a phrase, and I want to know if you remember this phrase. Because this went on from what I remember the whole time I was working on the job. You ready? 911, 911, 911. Do you remember who used to say that and do that?
I think I remember that. I do remember that.
Who used to do and say that all the time?
Yeah, did Mike say that?
Yep, Michael Rogers used to say that.
Did Mike say that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Saying we can't go to the police or call the police about it and all this and all that shit too, like they was with Bill and him. Who hired Mike?
Oh, well, Bill Baker hired Mike.
And they left him in the job and allowed him, after they got rid of Bill, after Bill wouldn't hire a woman, they left him in the job and let him just fucking harass the fuck out of us the whole time.
Yep,
That's what I wanted to get on.
It's amazing. And Mike still has a job, right? Is he still working there?
I think he is. I think they've given him raises and they're taking care of him pretty well, which I'm not jealous. I'm just saying this is some bullshit.
Oh, yeah. This is just facts. We're just talking facts. This is not, this is what it is.
Some fucking garbage, man.
Yeah, they're taking care of him. He's wrecked equipment and done all kinds of other things, and still they protected him and kept him on the job.
Let's think of incidents that you can think of where Michael Rogers was acting foul to me or acting foul to you. Can you think of times?
Well, acting foul directly to me? Now, he never acted directly foul to me. I'm sure he said things.
So I remember he would make fun of you because you had a stutter often.
Okay. But he never did that to me, to my face.
No, just behind your back in the break room.
Going on behind my back.
Yeah, behind your back in the break room, we would do it all the time.
Oh yeah.
They'd be Calvin coming in today and all this and all that shit, very foul.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm not surprised. It's like the crap he would try to goad you with all the time.
Like what type of crap?
The kind of talk that he would talk. They would talk very foul stuff in the break room.
Like what? Tell me some of the foul stuff. Can you give me an example?
Foul, like sex talk, like you were out hunting for men, or you would, very, very foul things that he would say.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Did I ever act like I wanted to partake in it, or was I more of like, no, leave me alone, back off?
No, you never act like you wanted to partake in any of it.
And that went on. No. And am I right or wrong? That went on for pretty much the whole time I was employed there with Block by Block. While he was there on the job.
Yes. That was pretty much the whole time.
Do you remember him talking any type of racist stuff about me? Like,
Drew?
Like because I was white, I didn't belong? Calvin.
Drew, you're fading out on me. Drew, you're fading out on me.
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you better now.
Do you remember him talking any type of racist stuff? Like, because I was white, I didn't belong, or crack or shit, or anything like that?
I can't remember anything specific. I'm sure he did. He would say this about anything about you, to you, especially in the break room in front of other people.
What about like...
And that would encourage other people to say stuff. Like what was his name? The Deacon. A guy that didn't even know you. He was talking stuff because Mike was saying, so he felt like he could say stuff like that too.
And Wayne went to HR about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I've contacted them too. And I actually contacted the EOC about it and sent them a lot of emails while it was going on.
Yes.
So.
And what was their response?
They never really gave me a major response at all, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they just bury your stuff in paperwork, and you know how that goes.
Let's ask you this. I want to ask you this one real quick. What about I'm the roles between white and black is reversed, and I'm the white slave. I'm the white one now, and they're the slave drivers. He's the slave driver. Does that sound like something Michael Rogers would have said, or sound like something Michael Rogers said?
It does sound like something he flipped the script or whatever, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And which is also wrong.
That's what he said, wasn't it? Flip the script and shit like that. The script is flipped and all that. That's exactly what he said, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to get all your information here because they were trying to knock my shit out of court and say the statute of limitations is up and shit on shit, but it's not, because when we left the job, correct me if I'm wrong, we were in the middle of the corona pandemic.
Yeah, you left in, what was that, January of 2020?
That's right. And then during the...
And I left in June of 2020.
That's right. So I filed as soon as I could at the end of the corona pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I did what I was supposed to do, I'm sure. And I even contacted the EOC and all them, and they didn't respond. And what about, let me ask you this, what about Seren? Would he stand there and watch a lot of this shit go on and do anything about it or say anything about it?
It seemed like he wouldn't do anything. He'd laugh along with stuff like it was funny.
Yeah, like it was funny?
He didn't ever seem to do anything about that stuff, though. He didn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like Mike would do something, bang up the truck or something, and he complained about Michael Rogers, but Mike would still be doing what he was doing, working with the machine, break the machine, getting the machine fixed, and you put it back on the machine. The same thing would happen over and over again. Now,
were you there when they sent me to work in Roslyn, and they had to call me back over to fucking Georgetown to come from Roslyn to Georgetown because Mike wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and I had to help Michael
Burns. I remember you went over there to Roslyn, and I remember you told me about, they called you back over for some reason which didn't make any sense. I didn't understand that.
Michael Burns couldn't operate the equipment, and Michael Rogers wouldn't show him how to do it. Michael Rogers said, even though Michael Rogers is the supervisor, they said they can call Angel and make him go do that.
Yeah, even though Michael Rogers, as a supervisor, had enough time to learn how to operate the equipment, and they should have showed Michael Burns if he knew how.
And then did they tell you would be promoted into the ops manager position?
No, they never told me that. They actually never told me that.
They guaranteed me Bill's position after I reported into the EEOC. And that's when they brought Mike in and started acting foul. And then, when I took the polygraph, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty much things were okay, except for the fact Bill wouldn't hire a woman. Things were okay in the job until I took that lie detector. From there, it's like everything went fucking bonkers.
Right, which, again, I don't understand. Lie detector is your personal business, off the job. Yeah. That's what you did off the job.
That's all I wanted to get from you, Calvin. I just wanted to make sure I got everything.
Oh, yeah. One more these things.
One more time.
And other people know, too.
One more thing. There wasn't like specific things or specific days of shit. We're just going to be in general. When Mike was talking some of the pretty sick stuff he was talking, was it pretty much every day?
Yeah. I don't remember a day when he wouldn't. At lunchtime would be in there and he'd bring up some of that, talking about penises and this and, really stuff you should not be talking.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I came to you and I told him, did I not tell you on the job? I don't know this guy, and I don't know why he's talking to me like that. I don't know him like that. I don't hang out with him outside the job.
Yes.
I may have friends.
Yes.
I may have friends who we talk to like that, or we may play around. But I don't know this man. We don't talk to people like that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know Mike until you were hired on the job, or rather, until he was hired on the job. When he came after you did. He was a stranger to you. So what is he talking that stuff to you for? He didn't know you. You didn't hang with him after hours and none of that stuff.
Gotcha. I want to ask you a specific thing. I don't know if you remember this or not. Did Michael Rogers or any one of his people ever come up to you and show you a video of a couple pit bulls having sex with female?
Oh, no. I never saw that.
I did see it.
You talked about that. I didn't see it.
No problem. Don't lie. Whatever you do, just don't lie about none of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie about a thing. Because there's no
Oh
need to lie.
no. Trust me, if I seen it, I will tell you. Because the sound of it is absolutely disgusting.
See, what they were trying to say too was it's like one isolated incident or 3 isolated incidents that occurred. Can we agree that this happened like non-freaking stop? To the point it pretty much drove me off the job.
Yeah.
Now
you can only push people so far, man.
And then let me ask you this too: when we couldn't form a union in the job because they said no union talk, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Is it? Would you call it discrimination? Would you say they racially discriminated when they brought Mike in there and put him up over us all and put him up over me?
Well, I agree with that. I mean, he wasn't necessarily qualified for the job to start with.
Did he show up to work half the time?
Mm-hmm.
Did he show up to work half the time?
Shit, Mike used to sleep in his car.
Like I've got.
One of the days he would be at work when he would show up, but there were weekend days when he wouldn't show up.
I've documented about 30 to 45 days in a year that he called in work that he said he was too drunk to come and work. Does that sound right?
That sounds. Because I remember you coming in. That's hell. Murphy used to go get you, bring you in. You could do work because Mike didn't show up.
That's right. Murphy would drive to my crib where I lived and come pick me up because Mike wouldn't be showing up for work, and they still promoted him up over me.
And they still promoted him.
That's wild.
I don't know. I never understood that. For some reason, Bill wanted him on the job.
It's like Bill wanted him on there to get at me because I turned Bill in. I reported Bill in the company because they wouldn't hire a woman, and then they just retaliated against me. That's how they retaliated against me.
Because remember,
bringing Mike in and let him do what he did.
Well, you remember he fired JoJo to get Mike in, but then how we kind of worked together, kind of got JoJo a stay of execution, so to speak. That what Bill did wasn't right, and wound up getting the regional man to come down and give JoJo one more chance. So that pissed Bill off.
Definitely. That's all.
He wanted Mike in there right then, and he had to wait.
And he couldn't get him in unless he got rid of JoJo.
He had to get rid of JoJo first, see.
I agree with him getting rid of JoJo though, because JoJo.
Yeah, I did too.
JoJo was attacking people.
It's the way you do things.
Yeah, he didn't go about it properly, but
he didn't go about it properly. See,
it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm done with questioning you about this shit now, man, and I'm sorry to bother you about it.